Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk through laying out a residential subdivision. There are a few things that we need to think about in the very beginning, and I'm going to show you a technique to just start laying out from a very conceptual standpoint the subdivision. First thinking about your stormwater, then your creek areas, and then how you lay out your corridor width. So let's learn. Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to walk through a couple different options for laying out residential lots and trying to uh, see what the best method is for laying them out to get efficiency. So here we have a piece of property, a stream running through it. This is the lower end, so I've just kind of marked off some areas where detention could go. Usually things don't fit in triangles well, so we've got a triangle there and there. Those, perfect places for detention. I've determined that looking at the code and talking to the client, we want to shoot initially for a 100 by 100 foot lot, roughly speaking, and then generally the right of way is going to be 50 feet. So I drew up two 100 by 100 foot lots with a 50 foot right of way in between, and so this total corridor width is going to be 250 feet. And if I draw a circle with a radius of 125, has a diameter of 250, I can use this to lay out my subdivision. And as the road turns around, it could be oriented, as long as the center line of the corridor goes to the center of the circle. These lots could really be rotated in any direction, 360 degrees. So this gives me a useful method of using these circles to lay out a corridor, and then when the circles change direction, it just changes in the center line. So let's say I started laying out, we want to always work from our constraints. So right now I'm just going to pick this outside property line as a constraint, and then we'll lay our corridor in there, and then we could do something like that. And the corridor would basically go through the center like that. We could have houses on both sides. So there is a layout similar to, let's see, this one that I did over here, similar to this one. Okay, now to estimate how many lots we have, we basically can just draw a line through the center of these corridors. I'm going to change this polyline PW to 5. So those are the center lines of the corridor where we have lots on either side. This one and this one together, AAA, are 22, 21 linear feet. Well, 2200, I'm just going to use 2200. So if the corridor length is 2200, we're going to put lots on both sides that are 100 foot wide. So 2200 divided by 100 is 22 lots times 2, because they're on both sides. That one gets 44 lots. Now, if I did another layout, let's see how that one, I'm sorry, I keep grabbing all these other lines in there. And this one, maybe we get a little bit there. Just trying to copy these other methods that we've already done. It looks like we could fit another one there and one there. So this corridor comes across the creek, does like that, and maybe it ends up doing like this. Yeah, it's pretty similar to what I drew there. So this corridor length, this one, this one, this one, this one, AAA, is 2450. But you know what? I made a little bit of a mistake because we can't put lots on this side of that corridor and on this side of this corridor. So really this one would want to shrink to there. Well, really, if we put lots here and lots there, we will be getting no additional lots with the road that connects them here. It would just be additional cost. So this one, and this one. Um, 2250. So it's basically the same thing. We could fit 2,200 feet of lots. So let me copy this over there. And then a third option would be laying these circles out like this. And then this would be the center line of the corridor. And this road could connect back, but again, I've just trimmed it off because we're not going to get lots on either side of this center line and lots off either side of this center line. There would be lots here, which means there would be no additional lots on this portion of the corridor. So I just trimmed that off so we could get an accurate estimation. So these center lines add up to 2350, just say 2300 divided by 100 is 23 lots times 2 is 46. So this one, on just using this quick circle technique, appears to be the best layout. And then when I offset this center line by 25 on either side, there's our 50-foot right-of-way. Then I offset 100 feet for the lots. And you can start to see how this subdivision might look. And how these houses might fit in here. Okay, so I like this layout, and so now we have a basic concept for how we're going to lay this thing out. This technique is really just to give you, just to figure out from a real quick, very conceptual standpoint how you're going to lay out these houses. So maybe this lot. Have a cul-de-sac there. Maybe there's a cul-de-sac there. So these houses will start to lay out, and so this gives us a good idea of just what we're going to draw for our first idea of a neighborhood. And then after we get into it a little bit more, we can tweak, but this gives you that basic concept for getting the project started. And so that's just one quick method, another method that you could use to lay out some subdivisions. Thanks.